Alright, welcome to a special episode of the Dork Report. We're going to be talking about Action Comics number 900, where Superman threatens to revoke his U.S. citizenship.
Pretty big news that suddenly he's renouncing his U.S. citizenship.
Well, how do you feel about it?
I'm in the middle. That's the thing. I'm patriotic. I like America. I live here. I was born here. I was raised here. I like some of the policy it does. I realize it's imperfect, but I think that the imperfections in the system are better than imperfections in other systems around the world. So, I'm a little bit upset, because, why are you doing that, Superman? Come on. Truth, justice, and the American way. You fought for kind of an ideal, that kind of the freedom that America represents. But at the same time, there's a bit of me that's saying, freedom isn't just an American concept. And so I can understand why he's doing, or why they've done what they've done, is that Superman is kind of, a protector of the whole world. And they have some bullcrap about his opinions representing U.S. policy or something like that. But I think it's more just a fact that Superman doesn't just represent America anymore. Maybe they want to bring him to a wider audience and say, hey, look, this is a hero that protects the Earth. And so maybe it's a commentary on the fact that, it's not necessarily the United States' place to protect the entire Earth. And so maybe they're saying Superman is becoming international, that it's, by protecting the whole world, or I don't know where they're going with it, but I'm conflicted, because as an American, I'm a little bit hey, come on, why are you renouncing your citizenship? But as someone who is aware of the world around him, it's kind of makes sense that a defender of the world wouldn't just be American.
It's kind of hard for me to talk about it just because I don't want to get too political about it.
Yeah, definitely. The point of the show is that we don't really care about politics. That's why we talk about comic books and sci-fi.
Yeah, but I agree with you. I'm very patriotic. I think we're more patriotic than most people. My biggest problem with this, I know they're trying to justify it, that they're trying to make him into an international icon. I think that's bullshit. I think what DC is doing is they're trying to make a quick buck on the worldwide anti-American stigma. I think it's them trying to say, oh, hey, look, you don't like Americans. Superman doesn't like being American anymore. Buy the Superman comic. And while, you're picking up Superman, why not pick up the Flash and Batman and the new Green Lantern issue?
You're right. Now that you say it that way, it does seem very much like it could be a publicity stunt. Maybe it's up there with the death of Captain America or something like that. Something that isn't going to have actually any impact on the rest of the story. Well, Captain America's death had an impact, but let's be honest, he was back in a year or two.
Yeah.
He wasn't permanently gone. And so maybe this is something that'll, there'll be a storyline about it and people will confront him about it. But in the end, if it doesn't actually affect his character in any way, if he doesn't do anything about it, if he's still Superman being Superman and never comes up again, you're right. It sounds like it might be a money-making ploy. And that would you're right, that's bullshit, that they would change a character who has always been pro-America just to make a buck.
Well, I'm actually glad you brought up Captain America, because let me see if I can find the exact quote Superman says. I can't really find it, but basically he says that he's tired of people construing what he does as American policy, something to that effect. But Superman, unlike Captain America, doesn't really have any connection to the U.S. government. I mean, he's pretty much just a guy that says, hey, I'm from the U.S., I like the U.S., truth, justice, and the American way of, if you work hard, you can accomplish anything.
Yeah, which that's the thing. I don't think that's a negative message to send to people.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I mentioned to you earlier that the reason I'm kind of ambiguous about this is because I'm very anti-nationalism, which is the concept that your country is superior by the sheer fact that it's your country. Mm-hmm. And Superman has never been a nationalist icon. You're right, he's not Captain America. He's not, was it Captain Atom?
Yeah.
He's not a soldier. He is just a guy who does good things. And you're right, what he pushes for the American way is the notion that if you work hard, you can succeed. And that is kind of an American idea. I mean, as much as I don't like talking about politics, we're about to jump right into it.
Yeah.
That's de Tocqueville talks about. That's one of the benefits of democracy, is that it has the ability to reach these astounding heights as well as astounding lows. And I think Superman has never really been the kind of guy that's like, yeah, America's number one because it's America. He's been the one who's saying, America is a great place to live and I love being American. Well, the thing is, Superman came out of immigrants. That's who made Superman, was immigrants and Jews living in New York City who were oppressed. And so they made this character who came from another planet, worked hard and did the right thing, and saved the world. And that's what Superman represents. Superman is pretty much the wet dream of immigrants.